And a very pleasant hello. Welcome into the latest installment of Stuff Your Mom Threw Out. Hopefully before this podcast, your mom and my mom won't throw us out.
Who are you talking to?
You? I don't think anybody else is there.
My mom never threw me out.
Well, I mean,
Your mom threw out
all my cards.
And you.
Well, no, I left on my own volition.
On your 12th birthday.
No, it was actually 13. She also threw out all my comics. You know, people can't see this. I would turn the laptop around, but there's no point in that.
But he doesn't know how to turn it back around.
Yeah, it might disconnect. But she threw out all my comics, too. So my mom really owes me.
Richie Rich.
Archie, Supermans, Batmans, Little Lotta. Remember Little Lotta?
Didn't you date Little Lotta? She's a large girl.
I did have a crush on that. All right. Anyway, I'm David Schuster. This handsome devil next to me is Mr. Scott Beatty. He's worried about how he trimmed his beard. All right.
This is my internet face.
For the one or two people out there, did he trim his beard okay? Alan, if you want to put it up in the private chat.
Say, give me an all-star game representative. We just had the all-star game last week.
Right.
Give me an all-star game, but then, representing the Oakland Athletics.
Representing AU Sports here in Morton Grove, Mr. Scott Beatty. There's no one cheering.
But that's the typical,
Yeah, I know. Have you ever had a curtain call here or anywhere else?
I don't know.
Did you ever hit? I mean, you proclaimed being a baseball player somewhere in the past.
Oh, I've had some game-winning hits, but
really?
a curtain call? No, I've never called out of the dugout.
Okay, were there any fans actually watching any of this? To document that this really happened?
Ones that didn't share my last name? I don't know.
Your mom and your brother?
My brother saw me hit a few balls. He saw me play baseball and football,
I'm sure he saw you hit a few balls.
He would back me up on all my tall stories. If only we knew where he was.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, we're brought to you by the Village Inn, located at 8050 Lincoln Avenue in Skokie. Take it away.
Our friends over at Village Inn. Hey, listen, honestly, if you get a chance to go out there, talk to Desi, tell him you watched us on here, but I want to let you know that, listen, coming up on August 7th, I have this written down. I have no memory anymore. August 7th is UFC number 265. They're going to be showing the pay-per-view in its entirety. No cover charge. Go in, get some great food.
Cool stuff.
And on August 14th, there's going to be Showtime Championship Boxing featuring some guy's name I can't pronounce. Rigondeaux?
Rigondeaux, yes.
Oh, I got it?
Yeah, and Casimiro.
Rigondeaux and Casanova.
Not Casanova.
No?
No, Casimiro.
And again, honestly, no cover charge. The rest of the week, there's always stuff going on. There's bar trivia, there's bingo, there's half-price pizza nights. What you need to do is Village Inn Pizzeria on Facebook.
And it's really, really good, and we're going to lock this in very shortly. We hope to do, if not our next show, but maybe one after that, we hope to do a live podcast with everybody from 1252 over there.
And I just hope we can fit in all our groupies.
Yes.
The place is going to be wall-to-wall with big fat guys.
God, thank you. No, like groupies. Wait, now hold on. You used to play in a band.
Yeah.
Did you ever have any groupies?
Yes.
Yes. Large fat men.
The kind that you would say, she'll let you do things.
Ooh.
Yeah. So
okay. All right. Anyway, as we always do, we talk a little bit about sports memorabilia here. We're broadcasting once again 6006 Dempster in Morton Grove, AU Sports. He's the owner and operator. This place is off the charts great. A lot of cards, a lot of memorabilia, bats, balls, pucks, you name it. It's all in here. Giannis, can you say Giannis's last name?
That's how I call you. It's just Giannis, because when people walk in, people walk in and I can say, if they say, "Oh, do you have any Giannis?"
Good,
that's easy enough. I've got Giannis over here.
Okay, all you got to know is the Greek freak. But you correctly put me in my place the other day, like always, in saying that his card is no more valuable today than it was a week ago, even though he's now an NBA champion and an MVP Finals champion.
It will add to his value over time. I mean, at a certain point, guys have got to put together that solid Hall of Fame career. He's on the edge of making the Hall of Fame if he retired tomorrow.
Yeah, probably so. I mean, he's a two-time MVP already. He's a Finals MVP. He's an NBA champion.
Right, but and
he's probably the best player on the planet as of right now.
I mean, it's not like his rookie cards are going for $5. I mean, they're $150 and up.
But that's still surprising because you told me it's going as much as that. But you have some other cards over there. And by the way, you can get almost any rookie card, NBA, NFL, you name it, it's here. Some of those cards are a lot more than his, even players of his current era, right?
Yeah, I mean, but it goes through peaks and valleys. I mean, a couple of years ago, you think about Kawhi Leonard and what he had done. His stuff was off the charts. It has settled back into a spot. It's still not, there's still $50 or something like that.
Okay.
I mean, there's ones that are more expensive. When I say a price, no two cards are the same price, really.
Right.
So it goes through periods like that. Right now, the hottest guy in the NBA, and I think Giannis will be in some high demand over the offseason, but right now, the hottest guy in the NBA is Luka Doncic.
Again, his rookie card sold for $5.2 million, was it?
Something like that. A number I've put out of my mind because it makes me want to strangle people.
It's crazy. All right, so you've had his rookie cards here.
Hey, why don't you point at the camera some more, Dave?
Hello. Say hello to the hand.
The Baron von Raschke. Come on.
No. It's Thing.
Oh, that'd be cool. We should get a little box. Just set that box up right here.
Oh, that's so funny because I have greatest characters in TV history.
Well, we'll get to it.
And Thing. Well, let's get to it right now. We'll skip over Giannis Antetokounmpo in just a minute. Yeah, that's right. Some of the greatest TV characters of all time. We'll start right there.
I know who number one is.
Who is?
In my opinion. This is my list.
Is it going to be Simpsons?
No, it's going to be Don Knotts as Barney Fife.
Oh, Barney Fife. I do have Don Knotts here. Barney Fife.
Barney Fife is the great. Actually, I think TV Guide did a special like that, like the top 50 or 100 TV characters of all time.
Hang on, I got to get my bullet.
and Barney Fife was number 2.
Who was number 1?
It was Archie Bunker.
Okay, so we'll see. Archie is more of a star of the show. Well, Don Knotts was like a co-star.
Well, so what are you asking me for? Top 100 co-stars?
Well, and when I say TV characters, he wasn't a top billing because it was.
Well, I mean, because where do you put? How's this? You take Fraser Crane
from Frasier the show,
from Cheers originally.
Okay.
Where does he rank? When he's a co-star, as compared to where does Fraser Crane rank as on his own show? Because you'd think Fraser Crane would be a top 100 guy.
Okay, actually, I didn't watch. I'll be honest with you, I didn't watch either show.
So no, you don't watch good stuff. You don't like quality of any sort.
Let me tell you some of the characters that I wrote down. Mr. Spock. Would you not agree?
I think. Okay, unpopular opinion time. We need a sign that flashes his unpopular opinion.
You say Mr. Spock was not one of the all-time TV characters.
Star Trek is shit.
Okay, that's your opinion, of course.
Yes, it is.
But
Mr. Spock.
He was, when you think of Star Trek.
He's iconic.
Okay, iconic. That would,
right? Well, and he did this. He did this thing, right?
Can you do it? Can you do this?
I
can't do
give
this.
Me a May the force be with you.
That's the wrong one.
Right? May the force be with you.
Listen, I can do a lot of things with my fingers.
Don't tell me. I know the catchphrase and the hand signal.
Okay, can you do this? I can't even do it. Can you do it?
What is it?
You've seen it, or when he has his fingers spread apart. Haven't you seen this? Look at Mike is able to do it. Mike, are you double jointed?
Back in the studio, Fat Mike is showing that he knows how to do the Dr. Spock thing.
Not Dr. Spock.
Why isn't he a doctor?
He doesn't deliver babies. You're getting.
But why isn't he a doctor? He's some scientist on a spaceship, right?
He's the first officer.
You think he would have a doctorate?
He's the first officer.
So who's the doctor?
Here's doctor was Bones. We can't hear you, Mike. If you're trying to speak, unpopular.
See, thank you. Keep that.
Real debate.
I got you guys. Don't worry.
Real debate is this: what's better, Star Wars or Star Trek? And I'll leave.
Actually, I'm going to go for a third option: Star Wars.
Yes, Star Wars.
Here comes the porn, everybody.
And remember who brought it up first.
Oh, I said Horse didn't say anything about pornography. That's it.
Actually, Star Wars and Star Trek completely different, but I love them both. How do you like that?
Well, I prefer Star Wars. I was into it as a kid, obviously, like everybody else.
Well, some of the later ones got horrible.
Let me just go here. I think that the middle trilogy, the beginning trilogy with how he becomes Darth Vader, garbage.
That was terrible.
Okay,
4, 5, and 6,
and then The Force Awakens. Oh, I'm sorry, I've seen this movie before.
Yeah, that's true.
It's the same garbage, but The Mandalorian, quality. Rogue One, quality. Even the Solo movie was okay.
Okay,
Solo was excellent.
Now we got to see a little clip here.
Solo is excellent, and so is Rogue One. All right, now I got a question for you, Scott. Up there over there at AU Sports up there up north. What's your location again? What? Come on, give it out. Give the address.
6006 Dempster in Morton Grove.
Morton Grove. I'm sure you see a lot of collectibles come in through and out. What collectibles are more valuable, Star Trek or Star Wars? And I'll leave.
Actually,
if that was just like radio, I'll hang up and listen to my.
No, that was like the ghostly Yoda came in and had something to say.
Do this in Yoda. You set yourself up.
More valuable is Star Wars. Star Wars probably because all the toys they brought out at that point in time, and the collectible market of these original 3-inch Star Wars toys is off the charts, especially if they're in the original backing, the original packages, and they grading. We've talked about grading.
Right.
They grade these damn things. Now, Star Trek has a lot of stuff that's worth money too because of the time frame. That stuff came
back
out
in the 60s.
Yeah, that came out in 1967, 68, 69. So it's an age thing with Star Trek and a popularity thing with Star Wars.
All right, well, Heritage, which is the biggest auction house, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, they periodically have stuff from either Star Wars. Thank you. Either Star Wars.
Why are you thanking him for my hat?
Nice night. Well, because I didn't know if you could read that.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay, just getting that in. Anyway, Heritage House sometimes has, like they had one time they had a phaser.
Heritage House. That sounds like they serve waffles.
It sounds like it's an old people.
Hey, do you want to stop by Heritage House and get an omelet on the way out? But go ahead. It's just Heritage Auctions.
Heritage Auctions.
I give it like they're giving me money. So go ahead.
Anyway, they periodically have phasers. Okay, one of those stupid phasers from the TV show. It's fucking. Excuse me, can I say that? I just did. It's blank plastic, and yet those things go for like $30,000.
Well, they're original show props.
I know, it's idiotic.
Hey, look, there are some people out there with too much money on their hands.
Really?
And I suggest you contact us here at AU Sports. We'll help you dispense of that excess money. You don't even have to take anything home.
Okay. All right. What other TV characters? You give me a character, I'll give you a character.
Okay, well, Bugs Bunny doesn't count because
he was a star.
All right, so we see again. You're looking for supporting characters.
Possibly. Okay.
How about Danny DeVito on Taxi?
Excellent. That's a good one.
So we're looking for supporting characters.
I guess so.
Right,
I guess so. Okay.
Now that I know the ground rules.
I'll go with J.J. Walker from Good Times. Dynamite.
Jesus Christ. What's going on here?
Come on, top that one.
Well, listen. Now, how does this start out? Like, the show Happy Days. It starts out, and really, Richie Cunningham is supposed to be the kind of the lead. Fonzie was kind of a background. I don't want to say background, but
he was so popular so quickly that he became the star of the show.
See,
he wasn't.
But see, I like Fonzie, so
that's a good one.
Okay,
and let's say that it can be the stars of the show also. Iconic TV characters. It doesn't all have to be
Arnold the Pig.
Arnold the Pig is aptly. I got the Ziffles and Arnold up there. Do you remember what the mother's name was?
What, the people who owned him?
No, yeah. Mrs. Ziffel was, oh, Christ. What was her name? Well, the father.
Jed Clamp. No.
The father, Fred, it was Fred Ziffel. Fred and Doris Ziffel. Fred and Doris Ziffel.
There is no cash prize for knowing that anywhere. Anywhere in the United States, there's no cash
Let me tell you, my childhood was 60s TV, and I watched it.
Well, see, that's how you should.
I stopped.
That's how you should break it down: is 60s, 70s, 80s.
I have some later ones
because you'll say 80s could be Cheers, and you could say Norm.
Okay, but
a great character.
I have some later ones.
I
have Tony Soprano.
But he's a lead.
Okay. So I said iconic characters now.
Yeah. See, I don't even know what the ground rules are to pick a
there
TV
are no
character.
Ground rules. With you, there's no ground rules.
I like that. That works.
There they are. That's Fred and Doris Ziffel. I would have loved. Hey, that's good producing. That's great producing back in the studio.
Hey, I think we're starting to hit our stride.
All right, come on, your turn for a character.
All right, I'll just try to come up with one more. A TV show I really loved. Who's great? Howard Borden on the original Newhart show.
Okay.
Played by Bill Daly, the next door neighbor.
Oh, yeah.
How fantastic was he?
Okay. I didn't watch the show that often, but I know what character you're talking about.
I got to come up with some modern stuff.
Okay. All right. I got a few more.
We might have one or two viewers under 30.
Okay. How about Walter Goggins from the TV show Justified.
Shit, he was so good,
wasn't he?
He was
Remember
fantastic.
what his name was?
Boyd Crowder.
That's correct. Wasn't he good?
He was fantastic.
And then I've seen him subsequently in a lot of TV shows and movies.
But he's on a show right now. It's a kind of I think a light comedy called The Unicorn on.
I haven't seen that.
Maybe CBS.
I haven't seen.
I watched a few episodes because I like him. It just wasn't. The show wasn't for me.
He really is good. In almost
but it's
everything
also
he does.
got Rob Corddry's on that show too, and he's always great. Do you remember? You ever see a show called Children's Hospital?
No.
It ran on I think Aqua Swim Final Comedy Central at midnight, whatever the hell. It's one of the funniest shows you'll ever see.
Okay,
he was a children's doctor who always wore clown makeup.
Okay.
All the time.
Okay. Sounds sort of perverted. All right, I'm going to tell you my all-time character of TV.
Okay.
Did you watch Green Acres?
No, I'm just waiting for you to come up with something off the Milton Berle comedy
No.
hour.
I don't go that far back. Did you watch Green Acres? Did you watch Green Acres?
I'm in reruns.
Okay. Do you remember?
You watched it live, right?
I watched it live and in reruns.
We got him.
Okay. Do you remember Mr. Kimball?
Was he the?
He was like the county. I don't know what he was. Agriculture director or something. I don't know.
The fat guy?
No. You're thinking of Mr. Haney.
That's what I'm thinking.
Mr. Haney. That's what was his name? Something Buttram or something. Real name. No, Mr. Kimball was the guy who came by. And it was great because Mr. Kimball, when I watched the show straight, made no sense whatsoever.
What do you mean when you watched the show straight? What were you, like 10 getting high before Green Acres?
Remember, this has been in reruns for like 50 years now, okay?
You're creeping me out.
I don't care if I'm
How old are you? It's like the Mummy.
Did you ever see the original Mummy movie? It's the only movie that I was ever
scared
to watching.
Listen, I grew up in Chicago.
Oh, wait, so you can remember that?
No,
you can't remember Green Acres.
Listen, here's something, and some people may remember this. If you live locally in Chicago, I want to say like Saturdays at maybe like 11 o'clock at night.
Creature features?
Creature features.
Okay.
So I've seen all of those. Yeah.
Creature Features goes back to the 60s.
These guys are on Creature Features.
See, there's Mr. Kid. That's Mr. Drucker.
They were not in The Mummy.
That's Mr. Drucker on the left, and that's Mr. Kimball on the right. And he was like the agriculture director. I don't know what the hell he was. Anyway, in reruns now, not when it was on live, because I was only about 10 or 11 then. But when I got to college, and we would watch Green Acres before going to dinner. If I was straight, he made no sense whatsoever to me. But when I was high, he made total sense to me.
Did you belong to a frat?
No.
Okay, because I was going to say that would have been the worst frat on the history of Earth. Watch Green Acres before dinner.
No, the only frat everybody belonged to a frat. Tap a keg of brew. Tap a keg of brew.
Yeah.
Okay.
Move on with the show.
All right. Anyway. All right. Should we get back to sports? All right. The National Sports Show is coming up. Is that what it's called? The National
Sports Collectors Convention, okay. NSCC.
And you will be there with a booth.
Yeah.
How many tables will you have?
A few.
Because I looked at.
I'm going to be honest. I don't know who's going to see this, but however many tables we pay for, we always steal a couple more.
Good for you, man. I see the maximum that have. And by the way, why don't you tell everybody what this show is for starters?
It is the biggest sports collectors convention in the country. It happens once a year. Chicago gets to host it every other year for
other year.
Yeah, for whatever reason they've come up with.
Where else does it go?
Cleveland, Baltimore, Atlantic City. Next year it's in Atlantic City.
Do you go when it's out of Chicago?
What do you know? It's not driving 14 hours to Atlantic City.
You party there.
No, I send my plebes to go handle the show.
Okay.
So what it is all the card companies are going to be there. All the grading companies are going to be there. The authenticators, the major auction houses, and dealers from across the country. If you're really, really into collecting, or you just want to see something exciting, it's already all the VIP tickets are already sold out. All the 5-day passes have already sold out, so you can only get a daily ticket now by showing up.
This is a big deal. I mean, if you're a collector,
it's a bigger deal this year
because it hasn't been held for a couple years.
The last sports show in Chicago or the Chicago area, we call Rosemont. That's the old joke where somebody's like, "Where are you from?" Glenview. Where? I'm from. I'm from Chicago.
Absolutely.
They haven't had a show since November 2019. In spring of 2020, they literally canceled the show
last minute, wasn't
a couple of days
Right.
before it was supposed to start because that's when COVID started shutting everything down. So there hasn't been a show for basically a year and a half.
So people are going to come from all around the country,
Yep.
certainly everybody in
Yep.
the Chicagoland area. And let's face it, this whole industry has been like going crazy over the last couple of years with the pandemic. So everybody's going to be there.
You're going to be able to buy and sell pretty much anything you want. There's also probably 100+ autograph guests. Some of the pricing is
ridiculous,
and some of it is ultra ridiculous.
Okay, so I wrote down. I mean, there was probably like 100 different sports personalities. Okay, from the wrestling world, we got Hulk Hogan and Ric Flair. Why don't you tell the class how much their autograph is going to be worth?
Well, let me tell you something, brother. You talk about autographs. You talk about David Schuster, man. What their autographs going to be worth? If I knew what people's autographs were going to be worth, I wouldn't be in business anymore. I'd already be retired. But I think Hogan is, if I'm not mistaken, about $150 they're charging for him.
Crazy.
And Flair's more.
Flair is more.
Flair, they're both iconic in their own way. I was lucky enough, probably 6 or 7 years ago. Ric Flair is one of my guys. I love Ric Flair. I was able to get him on a beautiful, beautiful 16 by 20 picture from his last WrestleMania signed, and I had him sign it, 16-time world champion, and woo across it. And I treasure that piece. But I got a deal. I was able to get him and Kurt Angle and a couple other lesser wrestlers for $99. And this was not just buying the autographs on the table; it was getting a photo op with them and getting the autographs. And now the prices. I think Flair he might be $250, $200.
And then
we looked him up earlier, but neither one of us can remember anything anymore.
That's right. Senility creeps in. Now you can get them both together also, right? I mean, you can get like Flair and is it a 2-for-1 deal or?
No, gosh, no.
No, it's like double the price.
No. Yeah, actually, we Alan from back in the studio checked in and told us that Hogan is going to be $300
Rip
for
off.
an autograph and a photo.
Rip off.
Well, the funny thing is he owns a gimmick shop. Gimmick's a wrestling term. I just couldn't think of anything but a gift shop.
Okay.
Where he sells T-shirts and
it's got a side industry
in Florida.
Okay.
I believe I was told that for like $99 you can leave an item there to get him to sign it, and they'll send it to you.
So look, Hogan is actually more at $300, whereas Flair, ranges from $58 to $272.
Yeah, but that's not what they're charging at the show. The show price is different.
Okay, so it's different from like that.
Yeah,
okay.
because I think some people pay for the thrill of walking up to the guy and having their thing to be signed and putting it in front of them. They'll pay the extra $50 because I can tell you a story. Going back to a show, Ray Lewis was doing an autograph signing at the show.
He'll be there at the show all the way also.
And I happened to have at that point an autographed Ray Lewis helmet. So I said, well, I'll put the Ray Lewis helmet out for cheaper than the autograph because he was like $170
That's
or
right.
something.
You can make some more
so
money.
I put here $125. You get the helmet and the autograph. I couldn't sell it, but Ray Lewis had a line.
I guess people want to
They want to be right up. What I do is, and I'll suggest this to people, if you just want to see the athletes, go up to the autograph pavilion, stand as close as you can, and watch them as they walk in and out.
Right. Do they have security?
Well, yeah, but it's not that great.
Okay, so I'm just
maybe higher security this year, but I've been able to. Well, I mean, I
You're
also
able to
know
get
people.
close?
I know people.
Okay.
So I've been able to go into the behind the curtain, as they say.
So, like, if you went up to Hogan and said, "Hey, Hulk, I want to test myself. Come on, let's arm wrestle right now. I think I can."
Well,
beat
first
you."
of all, I wouldn't say it like that. I walk up and go, "Hey, Hulk, what's up?" Then he'd be right away. Be like, "That guy's cool."
Do it in Yoda's voice.
What's up? And then he'd say, "That guy's cool," and then we'd hang out, and then I'd probably bang his daughter.
Okay. She is your type. I know your type.
Do you?
That's your type, isn't it? Big blonde. She's a big one.
Yeah, I suppose.
Okay.
I mean, I could do a lot worse. And I have done a lot worse.
Yes, you have, I'm sure. All right, so I see that there's a lot of star people here, but it doesn't look like there's any current athletes. They got Emmitt Smith and Eric Dickerson.
Well, you're not going to get any baseball guys because
they're playing right now,
yeah.
right? Oh, excuse me, Tony La Russa, I can't play today. I'm going down to the show.
Well, Yerman Mercedes could say that now.
No, he's back. Did you see that?
Oh, that's too bad. I love that story. Tell the people what happened.
Yeah, Yermaine Mercedes, who got off to this great April. He was Player of the Week, by the way. Who's this? Brooke is a very underrated singer. Take your word on that. Anyway.
Who wanted?
That's Brooke
she's like unbuttoning it, like starts singing, and like I don't know what song was that.
I don't know, but if she starts unbuttoning, she goes up in my category. But anyway, so Mercedes was a Rookie of the Week in April. He batted like 400. Then all of a sudden, by the time they sent him down, he was down to like 270 or something like that. He couldn't hit his way out of a bag.
He hit like 151 since like the 30 games past that hot streak.
Okay, so then he went to Charlotte. I guess he wasn't really doing much at Charlotte either. I don't know what's going on in this guy's head, but yesterday on his Instagram, he said, I'm done. I'm out of here. I'm sorry for everything. I'm out of here. Tony La Russa, after last night's White Sox game, said, you know what? Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let me talk to him.
Well, he needs to keep him on speed dial for the next time Eloy Jimenez runs into a brick wall.
Actually, the White Sox is a story in itself with everybody contributing. But anyway, so Mercedes today has come back and said, all right, and he's in tonight's lineup for Charlotte, for what it's worth.
Oh, isn't that sweet?
It's a great story.
Yerman Mercedes is a cautionary collector's tale.
Yeah, why don't you talk about that one, his card?
Okay, well, for some reason, Topps, the primary baseball card company, put out an autographed card of Mercedes randomly inserted into packs as kind of like a bonus, kind of like the scratch-off tickets at this point, opening packs. And he got off to the hot streak, and people were paying $150
dopes
to get his autographed card online.
But did you have any cards here? Did you have any cards here?
No, he's not on an official rookie card.
Right.
That was kind of it. And since he got off to this hot streak, and listen, we had sports fans in here be like, oh, that Yerman Mercedes, he's another young player for the Sox. Be like, he's 28. Chill. And here we are a couple of months later. Do those people who spent $150 on his card because it was hot, you paid $150 for a minor league baseball player's autograph.
Right. And if they came in and tried to sell it back to you, what would you give them? $2?
Maybe 15.
Oh, you give them as much as that?
Well, I can sell for 25 probably. That's where I am. But I'm just it's so what it is the players who are hot always draw. And that's why you take a guy like Zion Williamson when he was drafted. He was the number 1 draft pick. Oh boy, people were after Zion, and then he got hurt. Yes. Now he came back. But what if he didn't? There would have been people out there who had spent thousands of dollars.
All right, let me ask you this one.
On an unproven talent.
We're going back.
Jason Dominguez, the Yankees minor leaguer right now. His base Bowman cards are going for $12 or $15. He hasn't even seen a pitch at Double-A.
Okay, let me go way back in time. I don't know what year this was. Len Bias. He was I think the number 2 draft pick. What team was it?
They didn't put out cards the way they do now when Len Bias was.
Do you still have any Len Bias cards by chance? Was there
people
a rookie card?
People don't want him now.
Well, I'm just curious. I mean, he killed himself. I mean, I don't think he intentionally killed himself, but he killed himself.
Well, tell people the story. He
overdosed.
He snorted a backpack of cocaine.
Something like that.
A backpack full.
Okay, dummy. He was such a good college player.
We're getting some from the studio. Panini Prism Silver, Zion Williamson, $4,500. The guy's been in the league for a year and a half.
Well, but Doncic's been in the league for 3 years, and you're getting $5.2 million.
The morning that happened, who was the guy storming around his own store bitching about that price? Yes.
Yeah, but you were bitching because you wish you had that card.
Dude, if I had that card,
we wouldn't be doing this podcast.
I'd be in front of my trailer drinking beer.
All right, so I see that Pete Rose is going to be there. Is he at every show? Is he everywhere?
I don't know if I've told this one before because Pete Rose is an interchangeable name with a couple other guys in the hobby. It's a joke. You walk into a sports store and you say, hi, do you guys have anything that's not signed by Pete Rose? The man has devalued his autograph to the extreme. He signs everything anywhere for any amount of money. You could probably get him to sign, if you just saw him at a bus stop, you could probably get him, hey, Pete, here's the 10, take the 10.
Oh, he will.
And he would.
He will. Absolutely. I've been to the Hall of Fame, 3 times now. Okay. Each and every induction.
You think you'll ever get inducted?
Me?
Into the, what's the one called for broadcasters?
Who, me?
Jack Brickhouse, Harry Carey.
Did you know
Ken Harrelson.
did you know I was named Chicago Sportscaster of the Year one year?
1961.
I don't know what year it was.
Was it?
I have a bat that says.
Wait. The
competition
was you and Vin Scully.
That's right.
In his rookie year,
I beat out Vin.
Yeah.
Actually, he goes back and like.
How the hell were you named?
I'm gonna bring you my bat.
I want to hear the story about you winning this award.
I won this award. It was from the Pitch and Hit Club, which is famous. Okay. And
anybody out there heard of it? No, but go on.
You can Google it. They might have run out of people from the previous years. I don't know, but I was named the Sportscaster of the Year.
I'm not buying this story.
Okay, all right. I'll bring in the bat.
Bring in the trophy.
I will bring. It wasn't a trophy. It's a bat. Well, actually, you know what? I'll show you later on. But I'll bring in the bat tomorrow. How's that?
Oh, no. We're gonna do a live show soon. And you are going to bring that bat, and you're going to do an Irish dance with it.
What's that?
I don't know. Do the one where they step over the bat? They do something weird.
Well, how about the one where at the basketball games at halftime, they take the bat and they spin around and spin around. And you've seen this before 10 times. And then they're supposed to dribble the ball, and the ball goes one way and they go the other way.
Yeah, it's called gravity.
It's called gravity.
Are you going to do that?
Yeah, sure. It's called being nauseous.
You heard it. You heard it. He said yes.
I'm going to do that right here in the store.
I don't care where you do it.
Which display do you want me to knock over?
I got a camera.
Okay. All right. So that's upcoming. Where were we?
Something about Pete Rose kissing Ray Lewis.
So I've been at the Hall of Fame for the induction on 3 different occasions. Each and every time, obviously Pete's not in the Hall of Fame, but he's always there at Cooperstown. He's down the street at some store, whatever, and he's signing. And I'm sure he's made a blank load of money over the years doing all this stuff.
Well, he's made a living. I wouldn't say a shitload, but
okay. I'm sure he's done okay over the years. Although he owed so much money to the government anyway.
Yeah, I mean, what are you going to pay a Pete Rose at this point when literally it costs let's even go basic retail pricing, or wholesale pricing. It costs you maybe $15 for a brand
new. There we are. 2015 Harry Carey Sportscaster of the Year award.
Yeah, but Harry was dead already, so that means he didn't approve of you winning.
He would have if he was still alive.
All right, so
did I ever tell you I went drinking with Harry?
If you gonna let me tell the story?
No. Oh, you're gonna tell the story about me going drinking with Harry?
Yeah, can I?
Go ahead.
So this one time
might be better than my story.
This one time after the Cubs game, David was being escorted from Wrigley Field for saying some sexually charged remarks to Mark Grace. He was led from the building and was moping down the street, bumming change as he went. He got to the bus stop, realized that he left his bus pass in his mom's purse. And Harry just happened to be driving by, and he said, "Oh, little boy, do you need some help?" And David said, "Please, Mr. Carey, can we go out for some bourbon?" And
I actually like that story.
It's a good story.
Never mind. All right. Anyway, all right. Let's move on. I saw this really interesting question online today. In I don't know if it was in Hunt or Heritage, I forget which one. The question was, what is the best card? They're throwing this to the class. Well, the best card you've ever pulled out of a retail pack.
Okay.
And, we've always told the story about Ryan Dempster's kid, 10, 11, 12 years old.
I don't know if we've told the story here.
All right, go ahead.
We may have.
Go ahead, tell the story.
Former Cubs pitcher, all-star Ryan Dempster.
Who comes into the store.
He's an infrequent customer, but a friend of the store. He's done some stuff with us. He brought his son Brady in with him, and they collect cards together. They like to open boxes. And Brady, for whatever it was, $150 box of cards, pulled out at the time. And this is the cautionary tale. He pulled out a Luis Robert rookie card that was numbered to only 54 made. It was a yellow base card. It has a yellow border instead of the standard white. 54 of them made and serial numbered. Mm-hmm. He put it online and sold it for like $1,500.
Pretty good,
And of course, I offered to buy the box back for exactly what they paid for it.
Yeah, and he said he gave you hand gestures.
And so that it's a pretty valuable thing to pull out. And we had a guy.
Any other stories? Like that?
We had one pack left in a box on the counter of I don't remember what the product was, a basketball product a few years ago, and we had one pack left, and the guy's like, "Oh, I'll take it." The last pack. He walks out. He comes back in 5 minutes later. He got in his car and opened the pack. He walks back in. He had a signed floor piece by Michael Jordan.
Oh my God, what was that worth?
At the time, probably in that $1,500 range.
So he spent like $10, $12 for the pack.
And of course, what was I saying? Wait a minute, we could have just opened that pack.
That's right.
If you guys don't mind me asking, sorry for me to chirp in again, Scott. I love what you guys do up there at AU Sports, but what is the most expensive thing that you've ever had at AU Sports? And I'm leaving now, so you guys can talk about it. I'm out of here.
Hanging up and listening to his answer.
Yeah, first-time caller, long-time listener, and I hate both of you. That's kind of hard to say. I mean, we've had things. I can be honest with you, I've never sold anything for $100,000. That's an area that you just got to get super lucky. And people don't walk in with a game worn Lou Gehrig uniform or something. So you're operating in a different field than what I do. Is the people who walk in or call and stuff like that. We've had several items that we've sold for between say $15,000 and $70,000. It just depends on.
Well, you got that.
We had a 1933 Gaudi complete set. That's pretty cool.
Okay.
I had a small lot of cards from the 1800s of Hall of Fame baseball players. And
1800s.
1887. Allen and Ginter. 3 Hall of Famers, and Billy Sunday, who played for the Cubs. He went on to become a world famous evangelist. Look him up, Billy Sunday. Good name for an evangelist, isn't it?
Good name for a ball player too.
Yeah. And so I think we sold those. Now this is going back probably almost a decade. So this was probably even at the time, to go back 10 years with money. I think we got somewhere around $18,000 a piece for them.
Okay, pretty good. Well, you just got that 52 Mantle rookie card.
51.
Well,
that that'll probably set the record. I had forgotten completely about that. Thank you, David.
Well, you remember you said you're getting old.
Yeah, I'll give you $1 later.
Thank you. Double my salary.
See, he's good for something once in a while.
Thank
you. You got to keep him around.
A while is a unit of time equal to a month.
You got to keep him around. You got to keep him around.
All right. I just recently picked up, and again, this is what we do here. 6006 Dempster, Morton Grove. If you want to stop in and check it out or bring us stuff, because that's what we rely on. I don't scour newspapers or internets looking for people selling stuff because I'm busy enough as it is. They come to me, and that's where we make the deals.
It's truly amazing, since I have hooked up with you here at the store, how often people walk in off the streets. I mean, obviously word of mouth, because you don't advertise it. I don't think you do. Word of mouth that people come in with their collections. Some are absolutely worthless, but some of them are
That's how we found you.
Yes, I came in as part of a collection. I came in to collect from you. But people do come in with a lot of stuff. And again, a lot of it might be worthless. You are, and your partner, Frank, let's give him some credit also.
Why?
Because, I don't know, because he gave me $1 also.
Did he? Oh, good.
So I'm up to $2. Anyway, between the two of you, you take a look and you value what it's worth to you. Okay? It might.
That's a very good point.
Yeah, they might think, oh my God, I should get twice as much.
And some people do that. They're like, some people will bring something in that has a very small worth, but you might say, you know what, it's going to take me a while to move things around, but I will give you $40 for it, and I'll be the guy who, makes it work and to double my profit on maybe $80, $100. And people have said, hey, look at that. It's the front of the store.
Very good.
We're inside right now. That's live.
Did you lock the door?
That's live. No. Those people, though, sometimes surprise me when they say, oh, no, for that price, I'll just take it back home. And it's like, but you dug it out of the back of a closet. What good is it doing? You take the money.
Right.
I make you a fair offer. I don't try to burn anybody. I mean, we talked about the 51 Mickey Mantle rookie I bought.
Well, that was part of a collection.
It was part of a collection, but let me just face the camera and say, oh, I paid for it.
Oh, yeah, he paid for it.
I wrote a bigger check than I've ever written in my life.
His hand was like this. It was like Thing on steroids.
Just looking at it, it's like, can you afford it? Yes. Do you really want to hand this check over? I'm not crazy about the
But
idea.
you're looking forward. You might sell it even at the Nationals, right?
No, definitely not. No,
not?
I'm going to go through the long game on this one.
Which is
I'm going to get it graded.
Okay.
And
at the Nationals.
And I'm going to pay for the expedited grading.
Okay.
And I am going to then, rather than put it through an auction house or something like that, I'm just going to do it myself. And I think it will pay
here
off.
In the store.
I think it'll easily be the single most expensive card I've ever sold.
Okay. And again, it depends. What are they saying here? When are you going to start producing some Grabstein and Schuster merchandise? Like,
hey, no talking about Grabstein on this show.
If we have a live show, who we brought it to?
Yeah, they're unpopular opinion. Let me tell you this: if we have a live show, we're gonna put Grabstein in the dunk tank.
Anyway, what was I saying?
You were agreeing with me about putting Grabstein in a dunk tank.
No. How are you gonna sell the damn card? I mean, you're gonna sell it online?
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm gonna put it online. I'll put it through a couple of channels, and I'll put a fixed price on it. I'll entertain offers. But if I put the card up for
$50,000,
if somebody offers me $25,000, they can go blow themselves.
Yeah, not enough.
But it's seriously because it's a Mickey Mantle damn rookie.
Right. Okay. So
some stuff in this industry,
you know the value.
Yeah. At least I pretend I like it.
Okay, I'll give you $5 for it. No, better yet, that $2, one from you and one from Frank.
Hey,
is that enough?
Boy, you got a stalker here.
Love the Grobber and Schuster Express on Sunday nights.
This guy's planted outside your door right now.
There he is, right there. No, Jeff's a good listener and viewer. Appreciate that, Jeff.
By a good listener, he knows how to listen.
Yes,
he knows how to listen.
Which is a skill. All right, let's move on. What else do I got here? Oh, it's the Olympics. Okay, the Olympics technically starts today, tomorrow, what have you. What Olympics stuff?
They've been ruining my mom's TV all week with the Olympic trials.
I'm so sorry.
She didn't get to watch America's Got Talent. She's not happy about that. I don't know if you know. I don't even know if it's on the same channel.
Big effing deal.
But she does watch America's Got
Talent.
All right,
so
and I have to tell you,
America
doesn't have talent.
AGT for short.
Sure.
Okay. And Howard Stern used to be on there.
He used to be.
I know he's not anymore.
No.
Are you a Howard Stern fan?
Yeah, I like Howard.
I love Howard Stern. He's got my.
You're a sick little fuck. So.
You're absolutely right. I am a sick little fuck. All right, Olympics. Like, I looked up some stuff that is sold or is in the process of being sold. But can you recall anything from any of the Olympics over the years?
I have sold Olympic stuff. I've
like
sold Olympic pin sets.
Okay.
There is a community of people who collect these things. And in fact, at the National, they usually have a little corner to themselves, where they trade the different pins from the different events from the different Olympics. I've had some Olympic yearbooks. I had something. Jesse Owens signed a old Olympic book with pictures of him from the Berlin Olympics.
Right.
Things like that. I mean, the Olympics aren't a huge deal here.
You're right.
In our collecting community, they're a community unto themselves.
Okay, so I looked up some of the stuff here. Speaking of Jesse Owens, who of course won a lot of gold medals at the 36 Olympics in Berlin under Hitler's
and flipped off Hitler.
Good for him, man. Anyway, there was a set of tickets for the 36 games, and I guess it's up for bids right now. It's starting at $17,500. There's, I'm really surprised by this. He did sell, I don't know if it was him or it's probably his estate, who sold.
Well, he's dead, so I don't think he was
well, I don't know when this was sold. It could have been 50 years ago for all I know. But anyway, there's a gold medal, one of the 4 gold medals that he won.
Cool.
Okay, but it only went for $66,000.
That's only $66,000.
Well,
but I bet you if you redistributed that today, you could make some real cash on it.
Okay,
but whoever owns it might just be what
hang
that's
on to it.
Mine. Because listen, I have a personal collection at home. I don't plan on selling it. People ask me, well, how much is it worth? I don't give a crap how much it's worth. If something happens to me and my family sells it for 30% of what I paid for it, who cares? I'm out the money anyway.
All right, well, because you're dead. All right, the most expensive thing that I saw. Well, here I'll give some other ones. Mark Pavlich, who played on the 80 when the United States team beat the Russians and then won the gold medal at Lake Placid.
The Miracle on Ice.
The Miracle on Ice.
By the way, do you believe in miracles?
I do.
Okay.
$263,000 for his gold medal. That's a pretty good chunk of change, which is a lot more than the Jesse Owens gold medal. I'm surprised by that, but
I'll tell you why. I think more people can relate to that 1980 team than they are to Jesse Owens. I think it's just a connection. Hockey's got a bigger collector's base, et cetera, et cetera.
Okay. The most I saw, what do we have here? You close it.
Don't read it out loud. Learn how to be a professional. This guy won a broadcasting award?
What's it even say?
He's reading the little notes on the side from the studio out loud, squinting. That really just says, I'm gonna explain it, okay?
Go ahead, please.
Fat Mike back in the studio saying, do you want to close out the show or me? And Dave's up here, I says, can you close it out?
There's no rule.
Come on, be a professional. Give me the fucking bat.
I'll give you the fucking bat.
Give me that award.
I'll sodomize you with that
over the
bat.
head with that bat.
All right, the most I ever saw for a gold medal or anything from the Olympics, Vladimir Klitschko, who was the heavyweight champion of the world along with his brother.
That was that 8-foot Russian.
He was about 6'6", yes.
8 foot.
6'6".
8 foot tall boy.
Okay. How much do you think he got for his gold medal? The 1990.
I think originally it was $19,000. Then he grabbed the guy by the front of his shirt
More!
And shook him. He said,
"Give me more!"
$39,000.
A little bit more than that. $1 million.
Yeah, probably the Russian mob.
Could be. Although,
by the way,
he's from Ukraine.
I just want to say I've got nothing against the Russian mafia. I think you're all fine people. Dave, on the other hand, thinks you suck.
Okay, well, read this because my eyes are squinting.
It says Olympic gold medal from the Athens game in 2004 has a collector's value of around $16,500, while a silver from Munich is $6,000. Money reported in 2018 that gold medals tend to sell for between $20,000 and $50,000 at auction.
Okay.
You see how that's done? Give me the award.
I'll give you the award. All right, let's move on. This is again Heritage House, or what are they called?
Waffle House.
Waffle House. House of Pies,
Waffle
whatever.
House auctions.
Okay, so they had a recent auction. They're having, I swear, they have auctions every weekend. How would you like to have stock in that company?
I'd like a day off. That's what I'd like.
They're probably Monday through Thursday. They're probably off. All right, recent items sold. A Super Mario. And I'm not into video games at all, so
I love Mario.
out.
I'll tell you what, Super Mario. You mentioned my business partner Frank earlier,
right?
When we were in our younger days, we would get together on Monday nights and play Super Mario Kart against each other.
Okay,
and we would play in like Cup Series, 4 races, and
right.
He never beat me,
not
once, not one time. I just want to throw this out into the internet, Frank Caputo never beat me at Super Mario Kart. Not one time.
We'll have him on next week to see if that's
his
really
ass
true.
at golf too.
All right, so you can't even golf.
I'm talking about video golf.
Oh, okay, video golf. Okay, that doesn't.
That was
count.
very good.
All right,
they called me Chip Master.
Chipmunk. All right, Super Mario 64. I guess that's a special one. Nintendo. It broke the old record. The old record was 870,000. And it recently sold for $1.56 million.
Do I even need to answer? Can you just see the look on my face?
Yes, it's like you're astounded by that.
What are you going to do? You can't do anything with that. You can play the game.
Well, can you still play it?
You're not going to pay $1.5 million and throw it in the N64 and fire her up, are you?
Wait a second. It broke. We're out $1.56 million.
It's a great game, but...
All right, here's a good one. And you always say the Pokemon. Did I say it right this time?
I never said anything about Pokemon.
Pokemon. All right. Apparently, there was this farmer in Utah, and I guess
that's heavy Pokemon territory.
I guess it is. There's not much else to do.
They run wild out there.
Anyway, I guess the old man died, and the son went up into the probably barn attic or something like that.
Sure, because barns have an attic.
The loft, whatever you want to call it. And they found that his father had an entire collection and very rare ones. I don't even know what Pokemons are.
Wait. Can I interrupt?
Yes.
All right. So he goes up into the attic.
Loft.
The barn attic.
Loft.
And his dad had a collection of rare and valuable Pokemon cards that he was obviously hiding from his fucking family.
Yes, apparently
that is awesome.
It's like...
Because, wait. He's like, he doesn't want to be exposed as a Pokemon collector.
By the embarrassment?
Yeah.
Well, guess what? Since it was worth $3 million, the joke's on him because he could have had the money, but he's dead.
He could have had the money, and then he could have left his family, who would have been embarrassed by him.
I would have left him alone, and I would say, I'm $3 million.
Where would you go with $3 million?
Probably to Wyoming. It's the next state up.
That's it. You're just moving a state away. You got $3 million. You're just going from Utah to Wyoming. That's it.
It's like the old TV show.
Oh my God.
Moving on up.
Moving on up to Wyoming.
Wyoming's a pretty state.
Well, I know you're a big rodeo guy. So.
Well, yes. Have you ever been to? I did go to a rodeo in Cheyenne once.
Okay, and that convinced you to stay, huh?
No, I left. I came home.
Is that why you started dressing like a rodeo clown?
Oh, look at you!
Look at this shirt!
Look at you!
Look at this shirt!
Look at you! You know what I'm wearing? I'm wearing my International Boxing Hall of Fame shirt.
Yeah, he thinks it makes him a tough guy. I'm wearing my.
It's my favorite Hall of Fame, by the way.
I'm wearing my Amazing Race shirt, which means that I've been around the world.
Yeah, you finished last at probably.
Oh, I still win.
How many Hall of Fames have you gone to?
Let's see. Two. Just two.
Which ones?
Football, baseball.
You didn't go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And the Musicians Hall of Fame in Nashville.
Okay, those
and
count.
the Country Music Hall of Fame
Those
in Nashville.
count.
5.
Okay, so which one was your favorite?
Rock and roll.
Rock and rolling in Cleveland. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm due for
a revisit.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've been to Cooperstown, like I said, 3 times. It's not as great as I thought it would be.
Yeah, me either. Although they did have my favorite thing in the Baseball Hall of Fame,
which is
Babe Ruth's bowling bag.
I didn't see that.
That was fantastic.
You know
why would you? Because this is me. You know how I am.
Yeah.
Babe Ruth's bowling bag. Why? How could that not be the best item in the Hall of Fame?
You know, it's really interesting because Pete Rose may or may not ever get into the Hall of Fame, but he probably has more artifacts in the Hall of Fame than almost anybody.
Well, maybe they gave
all over the damn place.
Maybe they gave him $25 a piece.
Could be that he's got to pay to see it, actually, to get in there.
How much is it now to get in the Hall of Fame?
I don't know.
Hey, Alan,
I got a free ticket.
How much is it to get into the Baseball Hall of Fame now? We'll get that answer in a minute.
Okay. All right. So I've been to the Baseball Hall of Fame 3 times. I was to Canton for the NFL Hall of Fame.
Your ass went to the Bowling Hall of Fame, didn't it?
No, but I would go. I would go. That's probably in St. Louis.
Did you've been to Springfield, Mass?
I did go to that. Was when Jordan was enshrined.
Oh, you would have gone to induction ceremonies.
I did go to that.
And then stalk the players.
I didn't stalk the players. Yeah. I got paid for going. I've been to the Hockey Hall of Fame.
Where is that?
That's in Toronto.
Okay.
I've been to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So that's all the 4 major sports.
We got to answer $25 to get into the Baseball Hall of Fame. That's reasonable.
Yeah, I guess so. I didn't pay. I didn't care.
You don't pay for anything.
I try not to. All right, moving on. Neil Armstrong's flight suit from Apollo 11.
I'll see that.
It's going up for auction this weekend.
That's got to get $1 million. Gotta.
Well,
right?
I don't know. The bidding has started. And
think about it. A former Bears coach who goes into space.
If it was the former Bears coach flight jacket,
they would have liked to have shot him into space.
You got to pay them to get it, or they have to pay you to take it. Rather, I should say. Anyway, the bidding starts at $40,000.
That's an easy opener. Hell, I'll open with that. Hey, we have somebody, a listener, Bob Gilbert.
Oh, it moved to Arlington?
Said the Bowling Hall of Fame moved to Arlington. What, Arlington Track? What, Arlington, Texas? Wait a minute, Texas.
I don't know.
When Texas become a bowling hotspot?
I don't know, to be honest with you.
Used to be in St. Louis, right?
I thought it was in St. Louis. I'm pretty sure it was once.
How about an obscure? Is there like a
horseshoes?
No, but I mean, I believe there's got to be somewhere out there's probably a billiards Hall of Fame.
Could be. Oh, I was at the Boxing Hall of Fame. That's why I even had
but I mean, can you walk in?
This is my favorite, by the way, the Boxing Hall of Fame.
I wish
very small place.
I think if they ever do open one, I think if the WWE does a Wrestling Hall of Fame, that could be fantastic.
Well, don't they have that?
I think they have a traveling exhibit.
You know what they had?
That just with the costumes alone.
They had it, and you would probably know this at the amphitheater. They used to have, when Bob Luce was in charge of wrestling, the AW, was it AWA?
The AWA, the American Wrestling Association.
They used to have a Wrestling Hall of Fame in the building.
Yeah, it was garbage.
I know, it was like a little small gift shop is really what it was.
Yeah.
But they did have that. All right. Bruce Lee's handwritten notes chronicling, I can never say that word, his rise to stardom.
You just said it.
I didn't say it properly. His rise to stardom, his drug use, yada, yada, yada. These are handwritten notes. Want to take a stab at that one? It just sold.
Are they in English?
Yes.
Ooh, and I don't know. See, stuff like this weirds me out.
It is weird.
Because there's some guy, somebody out there who buys this.
Yeah, there's always somebody who buys it.
Okay, how many?
Yeah, there's probably about 10 sheets. I don't know.
About 10.
$10.
So it's from the beginning of his career to the end of his career, and the last one says, "Oh shit,
I'm dead."
Right. $500,000.
Pretty close. $462,000.
Bruce Lee is like a weird icon.
Well, he's a legend.
Even though supposedly
Boxing Hall of Fame was in St. Louis and moved to Arlington a few years ago. Thanks, Bob. Appreciate that. I didn't know that.
But Bruce Lee, do you believe the stories that he got roughed up on set a couple times?
I don't know.
Like he wasn't as tough as he thought?
I don't know. I mean,
Hey, we got a trivia question. Do you guys know where bowling was invented? I'm just going to say China.
I'm going to say it was right here at AU Sports.
No, that was dropping things and knocking other things over.
I don't know where it was. That's a good question.
It's a wild guess. Oh, Egypt.
Egypt.
Sure.
Let's you know what it was called? It was called Bowling for Mummies.
I was going to say, it reminds me of the Bengal song, "Bowl Like an Egyptian."
All right, let's see. Marilyn Monroe's the dress that she wore in 7-Year Itch and the script for the movie.
Monroe, $450.
$1 million.
Do it like Dr. Evil.
I'm trying to. I can't. It's $1 million.
No, it's this.
With an M. Okay. Oh, here's a good one.
Did they wash the dress?
Probably not.
Okay.
Wait, do you want to? You want to sniff it?
The guy who bought it might want to.
I think the smell might wear off.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
No.
All right, Jim Irsay, who owns.
She might have been pungent.
She might have been
all right,
something.
go ahead.
Jim
We're gonna get into so much trouble.
Who
one of
cares?
these days.
It's a podcast.
We have a sponsor.
Do you think he cares? Don't send them the tape.
You're not getting. He's not getting the tape. Do not forward this on.
Although I think the internet is working good today, so he might want to have it. All right, Jim Irsay. He's the owner of the Indianapolis Colts.
Sure.
He recently purchased Elton John's piano that was used on tour.
Man.
Used on tour for about 10 years.
Got to be at least $1 million.
Real close. $915,000.
That is really. Now, so wait. One of the Hall of Fames I went to. I told you I went to the Musicians Hall of Fame. There's Dr. Evil. The Musicians Hall of Fame,
right,
in Nashville, Tennessee. It's
right.
not the Country Music Hall of Fame. It's the Musicians Hall of Fame. They concentrate more on the guys who played on the records and some of the recording crews, Muscle Shoals, the Wrecking Crew, the Funk Brothers, all these great backing groups. And one of the things they had in there, though, was Elton John, the piano that the album Elton John's Caribou.
Okay.
Was recorded on the actual piano, and I thought that was just badass.
Okay. Well, not only was this piano used by Elton on his tour for about 10 years, and I don't know exactly when, but Paul McCartney used this piano also, and another famous.
Show us how he used it again. I want to see. Hold your hand up. There you go. Okay, good. He's doing. You remember Wizzo?
No, this is actually somebody with Parkinson's playing the piano.
That's terrible. That's terrible.
Now no one will ever want to see this tape. All right, how about this? And this is up your alley. You would love this. The 1966 Grateful Dead, I guess they had a poster for a tour that they had. It was called Skeleton and Roses. You've probably seen this poster.
I know it's probably one of their famous ones. I'm pretty sure I know exactly which one it is.
Okay, how much?
God, it's just the original. Because posters.
I think it's the original.
Well, here's the thing, though. They would put out those posters, and they would put them all over the area. So I don't know.
Well, this must be an original for this price.
All right, what do you got there? I was going to say holy crap! I was going to say $40,000, but no,
$93,750.
That's a bit. It's a bit out there.
Yeah, I went to
poster
pay for that.
The Grateful,
you got some posters here of movies.
The Grateful Dead. As far as what's the word I'm looking for? Iconography. I don't know how to pronounce that word.
A kind of what?
I don't know.
A kind of Mohawk?
I don't know.
That's up in Wisconsin.
That's a casino, isn't it?
It's it might be.
And it's owned by Giannis Apupapu. The Grateful Dead has probably some of the coolest
posters.
Artwork.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
All right, here's another one up your alley. The King Kong movie. There were two. What's this? Not much, trust me.
Get you a punch in the face.
Although Grobstein's trying to sell his microphone that was used when Lee Elia did his tirade. And Paul Konerko, supposedly wanted to buy it.
Yeah, he should have jumped on it then, because then he's coming to me wanting to broker a deal for it. And of course, I haven't heard back from him in 2 months.
I'll talk to him again. All right, King Kong. You love pictures and posters from movies.
I do.
Apparently, there was a bunch of pictures. They turn into. I don't know how they did it back in 1933.
Stop motion.
Is that how they do it?
King Kong was stop motion.
Okay, so they take a picture and they somehow turn it into a movie somehow.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. Stop motion.
All right. So there was 297 photos from that movie that were put up for auction.
God, I don't know. All right. 297,000.
297 pictures.
And $100 a piece. No, I don't know.
Well, you might not be far off.
Yeah. How much?
75 G's.
I say I don't. If you are a deep pockets collector,
Then
and
you
they
do it.
exist,
Yeah.
you collect what you like. Because look, man, I love.
Oh, look at this. We're at the 1 hour mark.
Okay, I gotta go.
Wait a second. If you have a Bic lighter and you light it, we'll come back for an encore.
You asked me for a curtain call. I'm waiting for my curtain call. Let's see the lighter.
I got a couple more sports things before we get out of here. Come on back.
I don't see a lighter.
Do I have a lighter in my phone here? All right, whatever. Okay.
You darken every room you enter.
All right, a couple more. A Jim Brown Topps 58 rookie PSA 7. It's still going, by the way.
I would say that's probably going to get somewhere around $8-9 grand.
It's $9,000. 2 days to go. Okay. Also, 2 days to go. A 76 rookie Walter Payton card. It's graded 9 mint.
Oh, that's nice. I would say it's got to be a couple of grand.
It's $1,375.
And not over, right?
No.
Yeah.
No. So the Brown card, I guess he's more iconic. Is that the deal? Or it's because it's such an older card?
Yeah.
Okay.
And tougher to see. Peyton rookies, I see quite a bit of. Jim Brown, not as much.
Okay. And then one last one. An 86 Jerry Rice rookie, 10 gem mint.
See, the 10s are where it can really go askew. 20 grand.
$36,000. Okay.
I never mind being wrong on these because you're in a realm of how hard it is to put a price on basically something that might be a one-of-one type of thing.
Right. In essence, I think that
it's worth as much as someone's willing to pay for it.
Okay. Here's something else that you've told me about repeatedly now over the last 6 to 9 to 12 months, that the card industry is off the charts. Mm-hmm. And here's the proof of it.
Okay.
And I don't know where these numbers come from, but they came from the
journalist. I'm taking that award by force.
You won't have to take it by force. I'll just give it to you. All right. The first quarter of this calendar year, 2021, $871 million on eBay alone, cards total.
You think I would have saved some of that?
Yes. Well, you spent it on what?
Oh, that wasn't just me? Oh, yeah. I think it's got to come back down to earth, and we'll talk about that on a future show. I think it has no choice but to come back down because you're starting to reach stratospheres that only certain people can play in.
Okay. By the way, these numbers come from eBay. That's where it comes from, which doesn't make it 100% true, by the way, but whatever. All right. It also, according to eBay, there are 139 cards sold every minute.
Oh, I believe that easy.
Wow. That's a lot. They said the biggest increase, both revenue and volume, is basketball and soccer.
Soccer is it's international, man. It is.
You don't have much soccer in here, do you?
The small amount of soccer, the older soccer, no. But when the brand new soccer comes out, I get it in and it goes right back out the door. That's how hot it is.
Okay, so here's from calendar 2020 to 2021 soccer alone. In the first quarter of 20, 1.5 million. In the first quarter of 21, $24.7 million.
It's a nice job if you can get it, huh?
Yeah, I guess so. So obviously the card industry in general is doing real good. Before we get out of here, why don't you tell everybody who we're brought to you by?
Once again, we just want to let you know our very good friends at the Village Inn Pizzeria in Skokie. Is something going on every night of the week. The food is fantastic, and I'm not bullshitting you. I'm not just saying that.
Pizza, burgers,
anything.
Beer is cold.
The patty melts, man.
Really?
Oh, man.
And you're a big patty melt person.
I'm a huge patty melt person, and they really are the kind where we suggest, like, hey, what are you doing Friday? Patty melts? Patty melts? Like I said, coming up on Saturday, August 7th, it's the UFC 265. No cover charge. You can just go on in and check it out. It'll be on all the TVs. Actually, Showtime Championship Boxing featured Rigondeaux against Casimiro is the week after that. And then WWE SummerSlam, August 21st. And again, these are all no cover charge events. The pay-per-views are free. Go in, get a beer, sit down. If it's a different day of the week, half-price pizza. There's karaoke on Sundays. There's music on the patio on Fridays. There's bingo, bar trivia. Really, honest to goodness, our friends at Village Inn Pizzeria, give them a shout out.
And we're hoping to do a live show there in the very near future.
They're going to regret that.
Yeah, they might. One of our faithful listeners and viewers just put up, he's got Evie Sean Dunston. I think he said rookie card. Well, there's only one, right?
What was he trying to go broke?
I don't know. I have Evie Sean Dunston rookie card. Isn't there only one rookie card?
No, there's Topps, Donruss, Fleer. Yeah.
Okay, are those worth
up or down? No.
That's Torian. They're not worth anything? Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Well, and his son is now playing in the majors, right?
No, hasn't made the majors.
He hasn't made the majors yet?
No.
All right.
I don't think he will either.
Of duos, fathers and sons.
What are we going? 2 hours and 12 minutes? What's going on here?
We'll just say, because you say that
fathers and sons?
Yeah, you say that you love
fathers
talking
and
about
sons.
sports.
The Bonds. Barry and Bobby.
Okay, are the Guerreros maybe at some point?
Well, we'll see what Vladdy Jr. does, but certainly right now I think the best father-son are the Griffeys.
Yes, I would agree.
And then
with
I would
that.
say the Bonzes.
Okay.
Because they both had superstar players. It's apples and oranges.
How about brothers?
It's Bonzes and Griffeys.
How about brothers?
How about brothers? Rex Brothers, the pitcher for the Cubs. He's terrible.
Yeah.
No, he's wrap it up, David.
All right, wrap it up. We're going to get out of here. I'm David Schuster. He's Scott Beatty. We're broadcasting.
I got to figure out which hand to wave with on this thing. Like this. And I also need to know how to. There, see, that works.
You know, we got to get thing here.
We're gonna. This show is just getting better and better week by week because we can't get any worse.
That's true. All right, we'll just say goodbye and hope you enjoyed this. We'll be back soon. Take care.